Hello guys, welcome back to SSA Athletics. Don't forget to smash subscribe, and we're doing something slightly different to what we normally do. Instead of our Monday and Friday routines over the next week or so, we're going to be doing a daily roundup of the athletics in Tokyo. Looking at the winners and looking at and analysing what they have done to win those medals, who's the favourites, etc, etc, like a magazine show kind of thing. I'm Adam McCarthy of SSA Athletics, and I will be joined and co-hosted, in some of them, by my twin from Alabama. Thank you, Brian, for that rather insightful input. So, with the Olympic Games going on and the athletics taking part in the second week, what I'll be looking forward to coming up into that week is possibly the 400 metre hurdles men's, because that is my event. Also the race walking men, because I work personally with the national, well, I say work personally, did some volunteering work, so I really want to see Tom Bosworth do well in that. Naturally, the women's long jump, we don't know who's going to win this. There's quite a few who could actually win that from maybe some outside chances like Darya Klishina or Elena Otero or maybe someone else, but probably more likely from Bet Romacek or Spanovic. Brian, what would you be looking forward to?
Damn, for me it had to be the 100, 200 and the 400 meters. You know, America's totally going to dominate that show. Of course, you can talk about the man's high jump, open up the book, point your finger in, and any one of those guys could be the winner on that podium.
Right. Not quite sure I understood a word of that, but okay.
Day one of the athletics at the Olympics sees us mainly with preliminary rounds or qualification stages in order to get to the finals, semis and quarterfinals. There is, however, one final in particular, that being the men's 10,000 metre final, where we will see the first medal in the athletics. That will take place at 8:30 Japanese time. Of course, this year when we look at the favourites, there is no Sir Mohamed Farah there. He was unable to get the time. Many people saying that he was, quite frankly, not fit enough, not being able to go to all the training facilities he would be being able to do in a non-pandemic year. Likewise, some people saying he's probably too old and maybe should have stick to the marathons, while others are saying that he's done too much marathon work, trying to cut back down to 10,000 those years. Really doesn't cut it, within the 10,000 or 5,000 metres. But anyway, he hasn't qualified for these Olympics, so he hasn't qualified for the British team, so it leaves it really wide open who could potentially win this. In terms of the favourite, you'd be hard pressed to go against any of the Africans. Joshua Cheptegei of Uganda looks probably promising and probably the favourite of the lot. Though in terms of the Kenyans, you'd probably talking about Kipruto and Kwemo giving up the probably best chances of actually winning it out of those. Those would probably be the top three. The top person outside of Africa, you're talking about Mohamed Ahmed of Canada, although he's looking potentially for a very slow race in order to give himself a chance to compete. Though likewise, the finals at major events are always generally slow, so he might be having an outside chance of winning this, if not being able to get on the podium. Breaking news as of yesterday, Sam Kendricks, the US pole vaulter, has dropped out of the Olympics. Well, I say dropped out, he was taken out because of medical reasons. Now, it's not the first time that a big name has been taken out of these Olympics, but they have mainly been because of doping violations. And this is actually quite serious in a way. Sam Kendricks was looking forward to, well, he was one of the favourites really. He was one of the favourites to podium. He was within the top three with Mondo, Duplessis and Renaud Lavillenie. So with him being out, that opens it up for one of the other guys like the Brazilian De Braz to probably try and potentially podium on this thing. Of course, breaking news as of yesterday, Sam Kendricks, the US pole vaulter, has dropped out of the Olympics. Well, I say dropped out, he was taken out because of medical reasons. Now, it's not the first time that a big name has been taken out of these Olympics, but they have mainly been because of doping violations. And this is actually quite serious in a way. Sam Kendricks was looking forward to, well, he was one of the favourites really. He was one of the favourites to podium. He was within the top three with Mondo, Duplessis and Renaud Lavillenie. So with him being out, that opens it up for one of the other guys like the Brazilian De Braz to probably try and potentially podium on this thing.
Basically, we'll be trying to upload these, as mentioned before, every day. If you'd like to smash subscribe and check out SSA Athletics, please do so. We might do these as a live stream, although I'm pretty sure Brian can't particularly be in them for some reason. If not, we're going to try and upload these dailies, and I hope you really enjoyed them. Brian, do you have any final thoughts?
Yes, I do have something to say. Thanks to our producer Gary, we have this lovely graphic here which clearly shows America once again at the top of the athletics table.
Brian, there hasn't been any medals won yet. There hasn't even been any events taking place. How can you even place your team at the top?
But sadly, at the bottom, Jamaica, bringing up the rear.
Okay, logic blown there, but okay, we'll let you have that. This is Adam McCarthy of SSA Athletics, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!